Today I will read you the story of the treasure kittens. Before starting the story, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and support me. Once upon a time, in the city of Venice in Italy, there lived a very poor but kind-hearted young man. His family was also very poor, so one day, he decided to try his luck and set off on an adventure. He dreamed of traveling to faraway lands, seeing the world, and discovering new places. One day, as he wandered around the harbor, he noticed a strange-looking man wearing unusual clothes. The man took 3 tiny kittens out of his bag and, after petting them for a while, seemed ready to throw them into the sea. The poor young man immediately understood what was about to happen. Without hesitation, he grabbed his coin pouch. Inside, there was only one single coin. "I can't give you more than this," he said. "It's all I have. But please, take it and give me the kittens." The man accepted the coin and handed the kittens to the young man. That same day, the young man found work as a sailor on a ship and set sail on his new adventure. A few days later, they arrived at a beautiful island, like a piece of paradise. The young man and 3 new friends from the ship decided to stay there for a while. As they explored, they came across a village where the islanders lived in houses made of reeds and straw. Life seemed wonderful there, except for one big problem. At a grand feast hosted by the island's king, everything was perfect, except for the sudden appearance of many mice running everywhere. "Oh, no!" the king exclaimed. "These dreadful creatures are ruining our lives. We can't get rid of them no matter what we do. If someone could solve this problem, I would give them half of my kingdom." Hearing this, the young man stood up, walked over to the king, and presented the 3 kittens. "Your Majesty," he said, "these little ones will be your saviors. I gift them to you." And indeed, within just 10 minutes, the kittens cleared the entire hall of mice. The king was overjoyed and rewarded the young man with more than half his kingdom. The young man and his 3 friends became very rich and returned to Italy. Back home, they had a jealous merchant friend. When the merchant heard the story, he sold everything he owned and bought expensive jewels. His plan was to visit the island, gift the jewels to the king, and hopefully receive half the kingdom in return, just like the young man. The merchant finally arrived at the island. The king welcomed him warmly and hosted a grand feast in his honor. When it was time for gifts, the merchant proudly presented the king with the glittering jewels. The king was delighted and clapped his hands. 3 servants appeared, carrying velvet pillows. On each pillow sat a tiny kitten. "These," the king said, "are the most precious treasures of our island. I gift them to you." The merchant, who had sold everything he owned for this journey, had no choice but to return to Italy with just 3 kittens. His greed and jealousy had cost him everything. And so, the kind young man lived happily ever after, while the jealous merchant learned a hard lesson. Thank you for listening.